Hi, welcome to my training video. My name is Carl Torsbins. I'm the creator of the video, but the content and materials provided by Mike Riggs, a reporter for Atlantic Cities, and of course Mr. Dale Carson, the writer of the article titled An Ex-Cop's Guide to Not Getting Arrested. These are just some hints. Law enforcement officers are not part of a revenue gathering system, Carson tells Mike Riggs in an interview. The ranks of cops are young and competitive, and they're in competition with each other. And intra-departmentally, it becomes a game. Policing is not about keeping streets safe. It's about statistical success. Interesting. Carson has 4 golden rules, the first of which is, if police can't see you, they can't arrest you. The simplest application of this concept is to plan on doing something illegal. You should not do it out in public, but rather the privacy of your home. Yes, you can be arrested while at home, but you can't be profiled sitting in your living room. And profiling is what you try. Rule, the first rule, if police can't see you, they can't arrest you. This main rule is that if they can't see you, they can't arrest you. That means that you can't stand out. You have to be boring. In reality, cops love hassling people who stand out. Even though it's not illegal to have a bumper sticker that brings attention to your vehicle, it can be a red flag for a cop. If you drive a sports car or lowrider, you're more likely to attract the cop's attention. And if you say you drive a gray Honda or Mazda economy car, same goes for clothes, hairstyles, tone, and volume. As long as you're not committing a crime, you should be able to wear the wildest clothes. You should be able to wear the wildest clothes. However, that's not the reality of it. Try to blend in. Beat cops who patrol the same routes every day, day after day, are incredibly attuned to incongruity. Police are visual predators. Dale Carson writes, any sudden changes in motion, speed, direction, or behavior immediately attracts their attention. Don't be too reactive when you see cops. Don't panic. That means even if you're doing something you think might attract the cop's attention, quickly doing something else will attract even more attention. Don't alter the pattern, Dale Carson advises. Keep on doing what you're doing. If police want to hassle you, they're going to hassle you, even if you're following the above tips as closely as possible. Every psychological dominance and one is custody for your body. Carson advises giving in on the first contest in order to win the second. You have to deal with the fact that you will be insulted. Being questioned by cops is insulting. It is, however, less insulting than being arrested. What I'm advising you, he says, when you're questioned by the police, is pocket the insult. This may be difficult and emotionally painful, but very practical. Deal with the insult. Make eye contact, but don't smile. Cops don't like smiles. Winning the psychological battle requires you to be honest with cops, polite, respectful, and resistant to incitement. If cops lean into your space and blast you with bad breath, ignore it, Carson says. Don't fall for these mind games. Don't let them trigger you into a negative reaction. Same goes if they poke you in the chest or use racial slurs. If you react, you will get busted. Always tell the truth. Lying is complicated. Telling the truth is simple. Don't react, don't overreact. Don't let the cop win the psychological dominance in the sense of making you react to their trigger. Maintain self-control. Be straight up. Always tell the truth. He also says you should be dignified unless it looks like you're about to lose the psychological contest and the one for custody of your body. What does that mean? Custody of your body? It means if you lose the first one, you might lose the second one, which is incarceration or temporary jail. If you're losing, you should act pitiful. First off, you should ask for a notice to appear as an alternative to being arrested. You still have to go before a judge, but you can go on your own power without first. In lieu of arresting you, to tell them you're not a hardened criminal and that you've never been arrested. And if that doesn't work, start crying. Bawl hard while begging for a notice. Don't waste time about what your friends think about you. They won't know. It's debasement time. Humiliate yourself. Get out of going to jail. Make yourself nasty. If crying fails and you're willing to do whatever it takes not to go to jail, follow yourself so that the police will consider setting you free in order not to get their police cruiser all nasty. Vomit on your clothes, defecate and urinate in your pants. Don't worry, if you do go to jail, they'll let you change clothes once you get to jail. Extreme? Yes. It depends how hard you want to stay out of jail. Reasonable things to do you should never do. You should never drive too fast to see a police car up ahead and hit the brakes. If you suddenly hit the brakes, cops in front of you will see the front end dip, a tip off that you were speeding. Don't overreact when you see a cop. Don't drive perfectly or too slow. Don't slouch. Don't put too much heavy stuff in your trunk, causing your car to ride low. When cops see 4 young males in a car, they immediately wonder if it's a crew of criminals out there getting ready to do a job. Don't draw attention to yourself. Another reasonable thing you should never do. Never allow a cop to search your car. Always say no, but be polite, of course. Very important. Never allow a cop to search your car. Remember, all this material is provided by the Atlantic City's newspaper and Mike Briggs, the reporter, on November 7, 2013, and the content and material used was written, authored by Dale Carson, the author of this particular